Yeah, the fact that these things swivel around is kind of nice, but
Oh, dude, the other ones that I had, because I bought some, what brand? Audio Technas or Technicas, and they were just way too flimsy.
yeah,
They were so hard to handle, put on your head and shit.
looking like me right now.
Oh, it was worse. It was worse. It was way more flimsy. Like, the quality of these headphones are nice. Like, the plastic feels nice, the leather and the padding on the top.
They're super comfortable.
If you can get them on. I'm sorry, dude.
You're good. I'm gonna figure this out. Like my crippled friends, 10 hours later.
This is a C5 demonstrating how to put on some headphones. And that's a success.
Yeah, we got it done.
All right, man. All right, let's get this thing started. Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Tim Vixay, and we're down here in Phoenix, and I'm sitting with one of my favorite crippled friends, Mr. Rob Schuler. How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good, man. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Oh, man, I really appreciate you coming on because it's 8:30. What are we doing in Phoenix, man?
Oh, this is the low pointer tournament.
Yeah. This is your first one.
Yeah, man, it's super exciting. You know,
What are your thoughts?
dude? You know, the camaraderie is super cool. You know, like I you know, you go to tournaments normally, and you see a couple guys and you say hello, but you know, here it's kind of like everyone's just like, hey, what's up? You know,
Yeah.
BSing, and you know, everyone's down there at the courts all cheering for each other.
I was thinking about that this morning because Jeremy Hannaford posted that photo of all of us like at the bar last night. And it was cool because I think it was like guys from like 3 or 4 different teams.
Yeah,
You know, we were all just hanging out. You know, it was cool.
Yeah, we even got Jeremy to play on our team today for
Yeah.
one of our last games against his own team.
By the way, I think you guys have the best name here.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, what you want to tell me what it is?
Yeah, it's a Low Pinters.
Yeah, that's Low Pinters.
There you go.
Yeah. How many goals have you scored?
I think we're at 3 now.
You?
Yes.
Jesus.
Yes. I think that's more than I've ever made in a season.
Yeah.
Or I should say in my career as a rugby player. I think I just
doubled your
tied my
You just doubled your numbers.
Yeah. So
Right
we're
on,
at 6
man.
now.
Yeah, and you got 2 more games tomorrow.
Yeah. So it's kind of cool.
How's what's the what would you say like the biggest difference is between, you know?
You have to definitely find yourself in. You feel like you're in the wrong position all the time because as a you're a low pointer, but you still have to be a ball carrier too. So I mean, it's kind of it's a different feeling, picking and being that outlet.
Right. Yeah. You've gotten to like inbound more.
Yes.
I've been watching you. You've been getting it down.
I've been pushing it, man. I've been trying real hard.
Both you and Fleece have been just really impressive with
his inbounds have really been the one that pushed me to make my inbounds better.
Yeah, he's just a really interesting player to watch because he does like he picks up the ball really easy because he's got that 6'5" wingspan or whatever it is. It's like
right, and it's just crazy. I mean, he tips out his arm and it just pulls the ball in, from 5 feet away.
And you guys are always getting bounces your ways. I've noticed.
What do you mean?
Oh, I've seen balls like go off of hands like into some dude's head right back into the guy's hands.
That was my inbound yesterday.
I saw that.
Actually, it went off of Fleece's hands
and then off of Ingleby's bald head.
No, it was off of Jesus's head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was off of Jesus's head and then back into Fleece's hands, which was kind of it was nice. I told him I would get the ball in, and I got the ball in. So
that's funny. Yeah,
it's kind of cool.
Man, where can we go from here? Let's talk a little bit. You were last week we were in Houston together.
Right. It was the week
before that.
Houston.
You just were in Moab.
Yeah.
For the Easter Jeep Safari.
Yeah, that was a blast. It really was. We went out there with Oscar Mike and we met up with Aaron and Mason from Oscar Mike and kind of hung out with Justin from UK.
Get that mic like right up in your
From
you go.
JKU World. And, that guy is super awesome.
JKU World.
Yeah, Justin from JKU World. He helped us out. He took us around, hooked us up with all, the vendors and got us some cool swag and, just
right on.
Yeah, he just kind of had a blast,
What? How many days were you out there?
Let's see. We left on Monday and left on Sunday and we came back on Saturday. So we were out there for 6 days.
Yeah. Did y'all just stay in a hotel or did you do some camping?
No, actually, we glamped it up. We stayed in my camper trailer. It's a toy hauler, on one of Justin from JKU World's buddies' land. So.
Oh, right on.
We had full hookups and.
Oh, full, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How big's your toy hauler?
It's 18 feet.
18-footer, and it's got what? Just bunks?
Yeah, it's got 2 pop-out bunks, like tent trailer kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of cool. It's got a queen size on one side and twin on the other.
And you don't have a lift on it, right? You just get pushed up the ramp.
Yeah, it's a toy hauler, so it's got a nice little steep ramp in the back, which is kind of cool. But we're figuring things out.
Because I just got one last year. I got a 28-footer.
I wanted to talk to you about your new.
Let's get into it. What do you want to know?
Well, I mean, I kind of wanted to change up some things in my toy hauler, but I just wanted to kind of go through what you had in yours.
Is your bathroom accessible?
No, not at all.
So I don't know how personal you want to get, but you just dump into a bucket.
No, I can get into the bathroom. It's just it's not accessible for me to get into by myself.
Okay.
And then taking a shower. I have a outdoor shower.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, handheld. So I'll just kind of hose off outside.
Yeah.
But
showering outside it's awesome and like
horrible at the same time.
As a quad, like you don't really get to do it a whole lot.
No, you don't. That's true. Yeah, I was playing with my son. I told him I was going to get him a little tent for the shower.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and just that was going to be his tent. But,
right on. I got a toy hauler from a company actually down here in Mesa. It's called Dune Sport. And I don't know if I would really recommend them as a company. Like their salespeople are a little bit pushy, and the thing's kind of like cheaply built. I mean, it's held together. I mean, we took it out to Yellowstone for 10 days.
It's all steel construction.
In June. It is, yeah, but like the cabinets are just they're not the quality of what I was expecting for that price range.
And that's the nice thing about my toy hauler is it's called a VRV Living Light.
Yeah.
So it's all constructed of aluminum framing.
Yeah.
The floor is all aluminum.
Right.
The walls are all aluminum. So everything, is you can go back in there and just hose it out, when you're done camping, or you don't have to worry about anything rusting.
Yeah. So I have it's a 28-footer. It's got the ramp in the back, and they actually their website was really cool, and that's why I went with them is because their website actually has a whole handicap trailer section, and it's got all the options. Like you can lower the microwave where it's like knee level. I have a roll-in shower and a toilet, which the toilet it's a pedal flush.
Yeah, that's
and it's
the same with
kind
mine.
of a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
so I'm trying to figure out a way to
roll your caster up on it when you're done.
No. I'm talking about when I take a dump.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. That's kind of one of those things that you're.
I'm thinking about running some paracord through the bottom and bolting down some eye bolts.
That's a good
idea. And then running it up the side of the wall. That way I can just kind of like, I'd have
old school flush, right?
Yeah.
Just like the old showers.
Kind of like the old, yeah.
The old
Vietnam.
Oh yeah.
The toilet with the tank on the top.
Yeah.
Have you been in the any like army barracks that had old bathrooms like that?
Not army barracks. I've been deployed and been stationed out in like the Kuwait and Egypt and they have some funky things going on.
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
Yeah.
Huh.
So you get the overhead tank, but then you get no toilet at all. It's just a hole in the ground.
Yeah, I've seen that in Southeast Asia.
Yeah.
Or the toilet shower combos. You ever seen those?
I have not.
It's actually kind of cool because, like, if you think about it, man, if you had a one of those roll-in, like the rolling shower chairs, and you just go straight from the crapper right into the shower.
Honestly, sometimes, these hotel rooms get so tight you can't even close the door. I kind of just bird bath it over top of the toilet anyway. So,
yeah, that's what I do.
I mean,
I had to poop with the door open this morning because
yeah, one of those things. You just
fortunately I don't have a roommate. But yeah, no, well, I've done that before too with a roommate. You just gotta kind of like turn on some Netflix or something.
Or just make sure you got an hour or so to kind of.
So going back to the trailer, it's got a queen bed, like a master, and then it's got queen bunk beds that come down from the ceiling, and then it's also got a queen futon. So there's actually 4 beds in there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one big thing that Becca and I were talking. My wife, we had talked about putting some bunk beds that come down from the ceiling, and making their like a Murphy bed or like a couch that rolls out.
Yeah, it's a perfect quad transfer height.
Nice.
And realistically, you could probably throw someone on the air mattress if you just brought the bed partially down. You could probably throw someone on the air mattress on the floor.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, it's kind of cool. I mean, it's pretty much 3 queen beds that are quad friendly. So, if you ever want to go like quad camping.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, just hit me up, dude. Let me know where you're going, and we'll meet up.
Yeah. No, the toy hauler's cool, man. I took it out to Yellowstone with my folks and my brother and his girlfriend. I believe it was for 10 days. And we were just out there, and it made things very comfortable because, I mean, the campgrounds, you're paying like a third of what a hotel would be, especially with that many people. It would have 2 rooms.
Oh yeah, so. Dude. I mean, I did a camping trip out in West Virginia about 5 years ago, and my toy hauler just made the trip. I mean, because we haven't been able to stay at a hotel, and afford 2 weeks out in the country. So,
what was funny is when we picked it up, I came down to Mesa with my stepdad, and we were driving out, and we had stayed at this hotel, and it kind of had like a pool in the middle and like the parking lot around it and all the rooms. It was like a Motel 6.
Okay.
And for whatever fucking reason, Pat was driving, and he decides he's going to try to go around the pool. And I've only owned this trailer for like 6 hours. We were on the border of California and Nevada, and that's where we decided to stop for the night.
Okay.
Because we picked up the trailer like midday. So we just decided to stay in like this little border town, California, Nevada, out in
boondocks.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the name of the town. I think it was Blaine, maybe, or Blythe.
Blythe? No, that is the.
It's Blythe. It was Blythe.
I-10.
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
it was
yeah,
Blythe.
Blythe.
Yeah, so it was at the Motel 6 in Blythe. I've owned this trailer for fucking 6 hours, right? And Pat decides he's gonna take it around the pool, and he ends up clipping a palm tree and tearing off the steps for the door.
Oh no!
And actually scratching up the door a little bit. Yeah, man. He felt so bad.
Man.
He felt so bad, man. Like, I mean, I wasn't really mad. I was really funny because it was just like at that point it was just like, well, fuck it. Like,
there's nothing else you can do.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna have those dings and stuff, and he bought a new step for it, and so I'm hoping to get a lift put in it soon.
Yeah, man. That's one of the things I was looking at was making, getting a bigger entry door. And I have a buddy that welds, just welds everything and anything. Yeah. And he said he would make me a modular ramp, so I can, I can build, just a platform and then a ramp that'll come off of it. And that way I can roll right out the door and right down the ramp, regardless of where I'm at. I won't have to worry about anything else.
I believe mine's 48 inches
tall.
the wide.
Oh, okay.
the
Yeah.
main
See,
door.
my door isn't wide enough for me to
Mhm.
actually come out, so I'd have to.
Yeah.
Get
What
my
is
door
nice
redone.
is the floor is a little bit lowered, so the ramp in the back. I mean, like I'm not able to push up it, but I'm sure there's guys with more triceps and paras should be able to push up.
Well, yeah, my ramp is definitely not pushable. It's pretty
Yeah,
steep.
no, bro. Yeah,
I don't know
no.
if you had seen the video from JKU World on Instagram, but Mason was wheeling down it, and he hit a gravel bed underneath at the bottom, kind of slowed himself down. But
Yeah.
it was sketchy.
No, we had a toy hauler out at back in the early days of Oscar Mike when we were at EAS or EAS? No, EAA. It's a big air show up in Oshkosh, Wisconsin.
Okay.
And it's actually my first time out in Wisconsin. Well, in like that part of Wisconsin. And hanging out with like Noah, and that's when I met Jesus actually.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, we had a little toy hauler out there, and that ramp was like help going up, help going down, and we couldn't even get into the bathroom.
Yeah, so that's one thing I might change in my next toy hauler, but it's nice having something.
How long have you had it?
I think going on 6 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of good trips.
A lot of memories.
Yeah.
Some good trips, some bad trips, but good
what
memories.
What was your biggest like mishap? Because we haven't really had any.
Oh, which one? No, West Virginia would probably be my biggest mishap.
What happened?
I went out in the Hatfield and McCoy trails with my son.
Yeah.
He was probably about 9 years old at the time.
Jaden?
Yeah. And so he thought it'd be a good idea to wear his motorcycle boots with no socks. We were about half a mile down the trail from the campsite, and a big, huge bumblebee had hit my goggles, and I let my hand off the hand controls, and instantly we rolled right back off over the side of the cliff, 80 foot down, tumbled the whole time.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
You know, what's really fortunate, I'm going to knock on wood, but I've never really been in a like major car accident rollover.
So I've never been in a major accident until after my injury.
Oh.
And it's always been in a race car, so
Yeah.
or in some type of ATV or something to that effect,
You were a diving injury, right?
Yeah, it was boogie boarding.
No, man. We discussed this.
Well, I guess I dove into the wave, but
yeah,
it's a diving injury, I guess.
And you smacked your head on the boogie board.
Well, yeah, my board hit my chin after hitting the wave.
Yeah.
And the waves were about 10 foot
Cocked
overhead.
cocked
it just nailed me, bro. I didn't even feel it.
That sounds painful.
Honestly, dude, it felt like the wind got knocked out of me, and that was about it. And went to go kick off, and nothing. I had full spinal shock. So,
yeah,
for the first, I don't know, 2 months or so, I couldn't move anything.
Not to make fun of like boogie boarding, because I do it. But you might be the only guy that's ever been injured boogie boarding.
No. This is definitely not true, but one of few.
Who else?
There was
anyone we know?
No, I don't think any quads that I know offhand. I met a few surfing injuries while I was in rehab.
Yeah.
And there was definitely a lot of There was another diving injury while I was at rehab or at the hospital in Hawaii that came out to Denver with me.
So my next idea for an Oscar Mike shirt should be you remember like back in high school you would have like football shirts and it'd have like the roster on it.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And it'd be like, hey.
Yeah, it has all the names on it.
I want to do a Oscar Mike dive team. and put the names of
I like it.
Put the names of everybody that broke their neck.
Yeah.
Swimming. Could be like me, you, Brett, like
I'm down with it.
There's a bunch of us. And then do a
you're like, floaties at the pool or something, or like the unicorn.
An Oscar Mike Auto Club. Of all the guys that
see, I think that's number 1 on the list though, isn't it?
What they say is
car accidents.
What they say is driving and diving.
Yeah, double D's, huh?
That's what they say, man.
They'll kill you every time.
There's a lot of interesting like injuries. You know what's really funny is I know like I think I know 3 quads that all wrecked on the same corner at Camp Pendleton.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's not even that bad of a curve. It's the one on the south gate. So if you're driving up from San Diego, it's the first gate you see just north of Oceanside. It's near where they've just built this gorgeous new hospital. But there's like kind of a curve. I think what catches people off guard is you're coming right off of I-5 and you're doing 70 miles an hour.
No one in California does the speed limit anyways.
Yeah, you're doing like 70, 75 miles an hour easily. And then you get over in the exit lane and then it just comes up on you. So I think that's...
Yeah,
but yeah, like...
Who was it? When we were out in Moab, actually, Mason was saying that someone else had wrecked their motorcycle on the same corner that he had wrecked his motorcycle on and broke his neck.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I wrecked my first car on a corner that my buddy flipped his Subaru on, going the other way, though.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Let's go back to Moab. What was your favorite part of the trip?
Dude, there was so much.
Yeah, because I've been out in that area, and
honestly,
you don't feel like you're on Earth anymore.
No, you feel like you're on a different planet.
It's fucking Mars.
Well, yeah, it could be Mars. It could be the moon. It really, but it's so gorgeous. I mean,
amazing.
Honestly, like if you look at one side, you see red ridges and rocks, and then you look the other way, and you got mountains with snow caps on them.
Yeah. And the weather was just probably perfect.
Oh, dude. So yeah, the first day it was kind of drizzly, a little rainy. Not too bad, but
you know what though? That helps keep the dust down.
This is true. I mean, it was really not that bad while we were there.
Yeah, because they can get dusty.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
definitely. My truck is still red from the trip. I have not washed my truck yet.
Yeah, I was there in July or August a couple years ago, and we did we stayed in Green River, I believe the name of the town is.
Okay, so
just up the road.
Yeah, just
but
an hour out.
We went to Arches and Canyonlands, and it was incredible. Have you been to those national parks?
I have not been to Arches, and that's every time I go into Moab, I say I'm gonna go and do it.
Surprisingly, you can
accessible. Do it inside your vehicle, though, right?
Yeah. That's the best part. Is you drive around and you just what we did was we just made every right turn and saw all the things, and you can see most of the arches and most of the like the balancing rocks. There's some accessible trails, so you can get up close to the arches and stuff. Next time I go there, I want to try to get out to the Delicate Arch, which is the famous one that you see in all the photos.
The big arch that everyone stands underneath.
Yeah. You can see it from the distance.
I had a high school teacher. It made me want to go instantly. As soon as he went out to the arches, he had that picture up there, and I was like, I'm going to Moab. I'm going to rock climbing, and that's it. I had made my decision because it's such a gorgeous place out there.
And then Canyonlands, right across the freeway.
Yeah, so we have driven through the canyon.
Have you? On the White Rim Trail?
Yeah, just to leave out of Moab.
Right.
Along the river.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's the same place that we're talking.
The Green River, right?
Is it the Green River or is
it the Colorado?
It's the Colorado, actually.
Because that's Canyonlands is also where those two rivers meet. Right. Yeah.
So I mean, it's just a gorgeous place. But I think probably one of the coolest things was just, I think Basin has said it the best out there, is the community of people in Jeeps is a lot like the community that we have here with rugby, where it's just everyone's there to have a good time.
Yeah.
It's party it up and help each other out. If you get a flat or you get a broken down part or something, someone out
that's
there
why
to help you out.
There's the Jeep wave. You know how, like, if you're on, like, a motorcycle, you wave at other motorcycles?
Oh, yeah.
And Jeepers do it all the fucking time.
So I had bought a 2000 Wrangler, or 2000 TJ Wrangler in 2004. And the first time someone waved to me, I was like, what the heck was that? And then it kept on happening. I was like, oh, it's just a thing.
This is the thing.
It's just like motorcycles.
I'm in the club.
Exactly. It was so cool.
We had a 94 Cherokee that I loved. And I don't know why. I really, when I was younger, I was into like more imports and like
The rice burners.
yeah,
The
I was waiting
iconic,
for I was
iconic
waiting,
Asian stuff.
I was
yeah.
waiting for it. I
Yeah.
was waiting for it. Yeah. I never owned a Honda Civic though.
That's a white boy car.
A lot of Asians. My cousin had 2 of them.
Oh.
I was more of a Nissan guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually had my first 2 cars were Infiniti G20s.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I had just a little POS.
Mm-hmm.
Dodge Omni.
Yeah, but everybody owns a Jeep at some point in their life.
If you don't know what you're missing.
Yeah,
you really don't.
And we had Pat had his Cherokee, which I loved. I never got to drive it though. We sold it before, but I'm thinking about getting a Jeep. I just got to figure out a way to like get in and out.
So in 2020, the Jeep has made the Gladiator, which is a truck.
Yeah,
it's a 4-door truck with a
right.
6-foot bed.
Yeah,
and it's kind of cool.
You got
there.
to see it.
Yeah, so we actually got to see a lot of the concept vehicles along that chassis, which was super cool. And then so where we're down there, Jeep has a venue or a little spot.
It's kind of like
they have all their little new stuff coming out.
Yeah, it's kind of like a auto show.
Yeah. So I actually got to talk to someone from Jeep who said that they really wanted to push the accessibility of Jeep. And
low speed test dummies.
Oh yes. I was like, if you put an 8-foot bed on it, we could totally make it work.
And like
he gave me his phone number.
If Rob can do it, anyone can do it.
Yeah, we could say that.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, it is one of those things. Like, if you don't rock climb or you don't go off roading, like, you should try it once.
Yeah. Well, even it's like, it's kind of like the new hot car for like chicks. It seems like too, the 4-doors.
Yeah, which is
you see a lot of girls driving them with them pink,
which kind of sucks. You see the soccer moms with their JKs.
Silly boys. Jeeps are for girls.
Yeah.
But I dig. You know what? One of my best friends in Oregon City. We went to high school together, and we were she's a chick, and she we went to college together, like mechanic school, diesel school, and she's got a very badass Cherokee, and she just got a 4-door Wrangler. But she is one of the true Jeep girls. She's not one of the poser chicks. You know what I mean?
So there was actually a couple like dedicated, Jeep chicks that were out there, but there was a company out there.
I don't think there's anything hotter.
Oh, dude, but
especially a girl that like can like drop the drivetrain. And
so there's a company out there called Vixen Vixens or something to that effect.
Check them out on Instagram.
Jeep chicks. Yeah, they go out and raise hell.
Kind of like a for some reason I'm attracted to like MMA girls.
Yeah, I can see that.
Especially, think about it. Like, if
you're like a girl that can pick you up, don't you?
No, if you're in a wheelchair and somebody's getting in your face.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna have your girl stick out for you, huh? Go take care of my lightweight.
Dude, if I had, I don't know if you know who like Paige Van Zandt is, but she's a UFC female fighter. She's just drop dead gorgeous, and she's from Dundee, Oregon, which is only like 40 minutes from me. And actually, my buddy ran into her at the food carts like recently. He had to call and tell me about it. It was funny. He called me twice because I didn't pick up the first time, and then he called me again. I was like, "What's up, bro?" Like, he's like, "I just ran into Paige Van Zandt." I was like, "Yeah, right on."
That's awesome.
But yeah, like she could beat some ass, and like,
yeah, I think it's totally cool, to have chicks out there wheeling and wrenching on cars. There ain't nothing cooler,
Right. Yeah. And you're married. And you and Beck have been together.
Let's see.
Easy
now.
boy.
Oh,
Rodeo.
We're getting down. Yeah, I'm gonna roll out my chair. We're looking at 11 years now.
Yeah.
We just came up on 11 years.
That's amazing, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I hate to keep fucking bringing this up, but I find it hilarious because Dr. Phil decided to spew some bullshit and say that 100 out of 100 relationships end, because you can only be a caregiver or you can be a wife. You can't be both.
Yeah.
And when he said that shit, you guys were the first people I thought of, the first couple that I thought of. I was like, he is absolutely fucking wrong about this. And why is he talking about something that he has no clue about?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was kind of funny. My first, first time hearing about that was through actually my 15-year-old son. He said, "Do you know this guy named Dr. Phil?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "He said something really dumb."
I could see Jaden saying that, just like that.
Oh, he puts stuff completely out. He doesn't sugarcoat anything,
He's such a great kid.
He is a no bullshitter,
He's such a great kid, man.
He is. He makes me work hard, but it's definitely worth it.
Right. He said that, and I was just like, sure, there's those challenges, right? But every relationship has that.
Yeah.
And your guys's are just a little bit different.
This is, you can't, you can compare it to someone, in the military, I guess, or, there's just extra challenges.
Yeah.
But if you really have a relationship and a good, I guess relationship with your spouse, then it really doesn't matter what's going on. You can have no legs, no arms, and
You guys have a really good sense of humor too. Like when you do dumb shit.
Thank you.
I love just seeing the look on her face when she's just like, "God damn it, Rob."
Yeah, well, I think that's where my son gets it from. She's got no filter neither. She just calls me out.
When you at the compound after nationals, when you fell trying to open that door,
she was tired of picking me up already. I think I already rolled out of my chair twice that day. That was the third time. But I was quad wrestling two times before that, so
yeah, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. And then it was a lot easier when the production guys showed up, and we had Cavalier was out there and got you that piñata because it was your birthday, man.
Man, that was not cool.
What?
I don't
piñata?
mind. No, I guess that's kind of it.
It was dude. You knocked. Okay, it was one of those.
It was one of the best birthdays I think I've ever had.
It was an awesome birthday. It was one of those ball things with the little spikes that come out of it.
Oh, it was Princess Pink piñata.
You knocked one of the spikes off, so give yourself some credit.
Oh, and then Becca had to make sure she put it on top of my head and give me a little princess crown.
Yeah.
So I guess it was kind of cool, but
apparently, we were a couple drinks in. It was late.
Oh, yes.
Apparently, I just ate a Starburst because I was trying to
all
open.
Did.
I just ate it with the wrapper on.
Yeah, well, you weren't the only. I think Josh did too.
Yeah, because I was trying to peel it.
Yeah, that was trying to make it a challenge to peel the Starburst without eating the Starburst or breaking the wrapper. And
today at the gym, I was trying to eat one of those fun-sized Laffy Taffies, and straight up, 10 minutes of trying to gnaw on it and
bite open the wrapper.
Yeah, and I could feel the taffy just squishing inside, and just finally gave up. I got a little bit of the flavor, and I was just like, I'm done.
I think that's one of the hardest things about being a quad is not being able to open up Ziploc baggies and little, fun-sized bags.
I got Ziploc baggies down. I use my teeth.
Okay.
CJ taught me. CJ Brown taught me a little trick, but I haven't been able to get it to work because I don't have enough grip. But he just kind of rubs the bag. So
if you lick your hands,
you
get a little bit of friction. You can move the two apart.
I've tried that. It's just easier for me to just use my teeth. It depends
on how the bag is. If it has the little grips,
I just use my teeth. And there's so if you look closely at the Ziploc bag, there's. You know how there's the two sides?
Yeah,
one side's longer.
Yeah.
So I always put the short side in my teeth.
I'll fall out my chair.
So that'd be awesome. That'd be a first for the show if you fell out of your chair.
Oh. Wouldn't be the first for me.
Yeah, exactly. Wouldn't be the first for me this weekend.
Oh, I heard that you went over last night.
I heard about that too. Yeah, we we decided to go out, and I was blacked out. But we right after we took that photo, I pretty much blacked out, and apparently I made it all the way to Tempe. I didn't know that. You know, it was really funny. It was like my day today was kind of like The Hangover, because it was like I had no idea what happened. I know I got into bed. I remember bits and pieces of fleece helped me, and the security guard throwing me into bed.
It's always good when you at the end of the night you get the security guard to put you in bed.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah. You know it's a good night.
It was the first time I was in this room too, because like I straight up I flew in yesterday, went straight to the gym, played those 2 games.
Oh wow!
Went to the checked in at the hotel here, put my stuff in the bell, and went to the restaurant to eat because I hadn't eaten all day.
Okay.
And had dinner with like Curly and Steve. Met up with Chris at the bar. Decided I actually was like about to call it a night, and just went outside, real quick, and
they talked you into going, huh?
The Seattle guys were rolling back from Ruby Tuesdays. They're like, Jeremy's got a fifth, like we're gonna go up to the room.
Oh, and that's what you did you in then. It was that fifth, huh?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that was but I mean, when I had met him, I was probably about 4 drinks in already, and this is all within like an hour. Yeah, then we went downstairs, we took a photo, and then ended up over in Tempe, flipped once in my chair, got home, got into the room, and I was like, yeah. And we were supposed to do the podcast last night. That was funny.
Yeah, man. I got a call. You said you were going to be out a little late. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad you did text me in the morning, though. I was not looking forward to doing this in the morning.
Yeah, that would have sucked.
Well, definitely after your night last night.
I woke up and I wasn't that bad. My head hurt a little bit. I was kind of dehydrated. And then I transferred into my chair, and it was just like, boom. Just
good
instant.
To go, huh?
I was just like, oh, my God, I feel terrible right now. Yeah.
But you looked like you were doing a little bit better than some of the rest of the guys,
Yeah. Well, that was kind of the thing. It was like, Steve and James they're pretty responsible, so they're not gonna they went to bed early. They love their sleep, and like so do I, but I don't get to see you guys that often.
Yeah,
I see you all the time, but like the other dudes, Jeremy and Bell and
yeah,
like
it's kind of cool hanging out, with guys that you don't normally hang out with.
Yeah, no, it's way cool. Or just meeting new guys.
Yeah, no, this is true, because I mean I'm playing with Arizona, which is the first time I've ever played with Eric Bell and Chris Fleece. So it's kind of a cool thing, to be invited out to.
Did you know Bell before this? Or?
I did not. I had met him through Joel at Nationals.
Okay, yeah, Bell's a cool guy, man. He's used to play for Seattle. He's a Northwest kid.
Okay, I knew you knew him, but I just didn't know how you knew him.
Oh yeah. I'd say we're pretty good buddies. Like we were all he was in Jeremy's wedding.
I was gonna say you guys were in that same wedding.
Yeah, well, I wasn't in the wedding, but I was there. Like me and I drove Kip up, and I was the DD semi DD that night. Don't drink and drive. But yeah, I was I drove Kip up, and it was like Jeremy and Eric was in the wedding, and what was crazy, it was in this barn, but they had laid down planks to make it accessible. It was kind of cool.
That's kind of cool.
It was a cool wedding.
My daughter's been super pushy about it. She wanted to have a birthday party at a barn, have like a barn party.
A little hoedown.
Yeah, straight up hoedown.
Right on.
She's
that sounds fun.
She's definitely a country girl, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's worse things.
This is true.
Yeah, could be like I don't know.
Let's not go there.
A CrossFit gym.
A CrossFit gym. Yeah. I don't know if we'll do a party at a CrossFit gym.
Have you been to a trampoline gym, or done a birthday party at a trampoline gym?
I have actually. There's a place in Parker, Colorado that my kids like to go to.
Where the fuck were those when we were young? When we were walkers?
I would have broke my neck at one. That's
absolutely.
for sure.
I know a guy that broke his neck on a trampoline.
Wow.
Yeah, old Portland player, Dave.
I could see it, dude. I've been body slammed a couple times on trampolines as a kid, and
I've done some stupid
oh
shit.
yeah, dude. I've been DDT'd on a trampoline.
I've jumped off a 2-story roof onto a trampoline
Oh.
and caught way more air than I should have.
Oh yeah, more than you wanted.
And fortunately, yeah, I mean, I pretty much got back up to the gutter.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I could see what was in the gutter. And fortunately, I landed back on the trampoline, but holy fuck, I was not expecting that.
So you got to make sure there's a pool on the other side of that trampoline.
Oh, we've done that. Then we jumped off balconies onto a trampoline and then into a pool.
We got to do that at the compound.
We
Ramp down onto a trampoline into the lake.
You know, it'd be really fun to try is those blob things.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'll get
I'm in.
Did you get a chance to meet Mongo?
I did actually. He was double fisting at Noah's party.
He was doing what now?
He was double fisting. He
Who?
had a beer in one hand and whiskey glass in the other.
Oh, that's something totally different in my
Oh.
neck of the woods.
Well, I don't know what that means to your neck of the woods.
It's actually I think over in London. It's a
Wow.
vulgar, dirty term.
I mean,
Double fist.
I've heard fisting before, but I didn't know you could double fist someone.
Apparently, girls in London get down.
Yikes. That's a little bit more than I wanted to know. Talk about throwing a hot dog down a hallway.
The fuck were we just talking about? How did we get on this tangent?
No clue.
What were we talking about earlier?
You just went off on your tangent. I don't know.
Talking about London. Talking about
Yeah, we talked about meeting Mongo.
Mongo. Yeah, we'll get. I don't know. That's yeah. Anyways, it's late. We'll get him to jump on the blob, and just launch like 3 of us.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Launch like fucking 3 or 4 of us. Just
That'd be something fun to try out.
another fun thing I want to try is get one of those giant rafts, pull it behind a boat.
One of the giant rafts.
One of the huge ones.
Like the one you could fit like 5 or 6 people.
It's like
on.
it's like just
Or
a
the
circle.
big one.
It's it's just a circle, and it's like
Are you talking about like the unicorn?
it's like 10 feet across.
Oh yeah.
Right? Now, here's the twist. It's King of the Hill.
Ah. Yeah, whoever's gonna be the last one on is the winner, huh?
Yeah, we're just shoving dudes off.
Ah.
Now here's the handicap, for lack of a better word. Lower functioning guys get to start in the middle.
Now I don't know how much that would give anyone an advantage.
I don't think anyone's pushing like.
I don't think anyone's gonna have
Lindstrom.
an advantage.
I don't think
anywhere.
anyone's pushing Lindstrom off.
I think you just gotta hold on and just hope you don't get chucked off by the boat.
Oh, I'm punching dudes' hands and like just I'm doing everything, dude. I'll bite.
Yeah, you gotta bite.
I'll
Start
bite
splashing people.
I'll bite fingers. Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, that could be fun.
The compound this summer, I don't know when the next time I'm going to be able to get out there. But, Luckett wasn't in Houston because he was at the compound setting up the accessible, like, gaming, like the...
Yeah, I heard he did some type of VR system.
Oh, I didn't even know anything about the VR.
I thought it was VR.
Oh.
Maybe I'm misstepping and misspeaking.
Mike Luckett was the one that, like, was doing a lot of the beta testing for Xbox's.
Yeah, so he's working with
controller.
Microsoft.
Yeah, did you see their commercial, their Super Bowl commercial?
I did.
It was really cool.
Yeah, I've been trying to get into that and getting that whole set up, figure it out, because it's sometimes in Colorado you get it's, a 2-day 3-day storm and you're just stuck indoors.
Do you game?
I do a little bit, not a whole lot.
Yeah. I like playing games on the cell phone or like a tablet.
Yeah, I've gotten more into it since touchscreens have gotten bigger. And it's kind of fun, playing first-person shooters on my phone or on a tablet.
Oh yeah,
because then you can use your thumbs and not have to worry about the toggles and.
I don't really do
buttons.
that. I like strategy games.
Okay.
And like board games are fun. Like I play backgammon a lot. And you know what I really got into was Risk.
Okay.
Because I never played it as a kid, because it was just, I don't know, too complicated, and no one.
Yeah, it's too boring for me. It's one of those games that I've just not gotten into.
It's kind of cool. There's a lot of cool like little strategy, and a lot of it's there's dice, and I don't know, Asians just like rolling dice for some reason.
You guys just like it when you can test your luck, right?
Well, we gamble on like anything.
Well, yes, obviously.
Yeah. You've been around when we've gambled on like rugby games, like prop bet rugby games, and they're like next turnover, who's going to take the first time out.
Oh, yeah.
Who's going to win the jump, who's going to get the last goal. What was really exciting was the last time that Ability 360 hosted Nationals, and we did who's going to score the last goal. And there was one, and I don't remember the exact details, but it was during the championship game, and it was like there was like a 7-second goal, then there was like a 3-second goal, and then there was a shot at another goal. And
it was
just
going
going
like
back
Nationals this year then, huh?
And we all had money on it. Like I was sitting with a bunch of the Oscar Mike guys and a bunch of some of the other guys, and we all had like, dollar. It was just for $1, but like, yeah.
Yeah, everyone wanted to bet on it, huh?
There was some money changing hands, man. It was fun. Yeah.
I think, that's what's really cool is just the camaraderie that we get, just pushing around like fucking. You don't get that, with just, everyday sports, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's
rugby
definitely
is totally a different story.
It's what kept me playing for as long as I have. I would have quit or retired like maybe 2 or 3 years ago, but I think I would just miss everybody.
Yeah, I took a hiatus about 3 years ago for a year.
Yeah, well, that was like a medical thing.
No, I was kind of, I was dealing with some issues with my daughter and her mom in custody, right. And then Denver we were struggling as a team. We were a D3 team, just not doing well, and I was just having a hard time. I just wanted to take a year off, and then I decided to have a surgery and had some medical issues afterwards, but gotten over that.
Yeah,
figures things out.
You've only ever played for Denver, right? Denver and Oscar Mike.
Yeah, so this year is the first year I've ever played for a new team other than Denver.
I think Oscar Mike is. See, I played for Portland, went to Vegas, went to Birmingham, went back to Portland for a year.
You played with Seattle too, didn't you?
Never rostered with them.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I've ever. I don't know if I've. Maybe we got together once for like a low point tournament.
It sounds like something you have done, But you've played so much rugby.
Well, we're just Portland and Seattle are just so close, and like we're all homies, Like
yeah, that would be nice, to have someone closer to Denver, to have another team to play with. But
I guess the closest team would have been Salt Lake City, but I think they are like debanded or.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with Salt Lake. We got Kansas City's about 8 hours away.
Yeah. And I can't like praise those guys enough, man. They're a bunch
Kansas City guys are super cool.
They're a bunch of cool guys to hang out with.
Yeah, Tony and Wild Bill, those guys are super cool.
Tony, Wild Bill, Tom, like Brad. Brad's hilarious. If you ever get around Brad's pretty fucking funny.
I have not had the privilege of hanging out with Brad yet.
Yeah. Well, there's still plenty of time. Let's go back. We keep going on these tangents, and let's go back to Moab, man. Like, so what was your like favorite part of the trip?
Yeah, so like I said, there's a lot of stuff. I think.
Did you get to drive anything?
No. Yeah, I did actually. The Oscar Mike got a remote control RC from JKU World. It is a replica of a JK Jeep Wrangler, and it is super cool, and
it's got 35s and
it's got big old huge
rock rails.
Oh yeah, it's got a big old huge bumper on it that's designed to mimic the Hulk bumper that was out there, which is a super cool company. They were nice enough to let us use their.
Was American Expedition Vehicle out there? AEV. They have a bull as like a logo.
I cannot be for sure.
They do some really cool aftermarket shit for Jeeps and Dodges.
I bet you if they do it, then they were out there. But
there's
so many different vendors out there. It's just I mean,
did you see anything cool? Like,
Dude.
what's cool out? What's cool that's coming out now? Besides,
Cool that's
fucking
coming out.
Besides like LED lights and all that
Dude,
shit.
I mean, yeah, the lights are just ridiculous. They have under fender lighting now, so like if you're doing
rock lights.
Yeah, so if you're doing night crawling,
Mm-hmm.
and you could see right where your tire placement is.
Yeah,
every single
I want to
time.
I want to get them on my trailer.
Yeah, dude, that's
Not
super.
well. Yeah, I probably on the toy hauler would be cool.
Yeah, so and then there was another. There was a camera setup with.
Cambridge.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love that company.
I mean, there was.
They do some cool pre-runner shit.
There were some cool pre-runners out there. I mean, it was a rock climb, a Jeep event, but there were some pre-runners out there,
Yeah.
that were definitely cool to look at. There was some camera companies out there that do bullet cams and, videos and stuff, or screens and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Dude, there was so much out there. Honestly, it's the guys that are designing the new fabrication parts for all the new Jeeps that are super cool. Because
Yeah.
the Monday that we went out, or the Sunday we went out there, Monday we hooked up with Justin from JKU World, and we just hit up. We went and hit up Baby's Lions Back. For anyone out that been out to Moab, you might know what Baby's Lions Back is. It's just a.
That's one of the trails.
Yeah, it's one of the more
I think
easy, hills. It's super cool. It's just fun.
Were you harnessed in or?
Yeah. So the PRP actually hooked us up and gave us some 4-point harness seat or
Yeah.
4-point harnesses, so you can hook them up in his Jeep. And
Would you say that was a necessity with what you guys were doing?
Some of the more extreme stuff, I would say, definitely.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of a hindrance having 4-point harnesses on, not being able to look out, at your wheel placement,
Right. Yeah.
or not being able to look kind of up over your
I
hood.
didn't even think about that.
Yeah, I mean, so in that sense, it sucks, but at the same time, when you think about safety, you roll over, those 4-point harnesses are gonna hold you in all time.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have to worry about breaking your neck or nothing like that.
Going back to the RC car, how much do you think something like that costs?
About $500.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is
Was it gas or?
no, it's electric.
Yeah.
It's cool. It's fully submersible.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's dope. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I didn't even think about that.
And we went out to Slick Rock, and we were coming back from Slick Rock, and we had just pulled off to one of these little cutouts, and there was a good little 10-foot ledge, and we just wheeled the Jeeps around.
There was a dude that I don't know if you're on that. It's like an SCI group. It's one of the SCI groups on Facebook that this guy Clint started. But I've been a little bit more active on there and looking at stuff. And there was a guy that had posted a YouTube video of him ripping it around on an RC car. And I know, do you know Willie from Boise? 0.5.
I might know.
Super floppy wrist. Does like the whole mummy wrap and everything.
Probably not.
I mean, honestly, if there was going to be a case for a zero class.
Oh, there's someone that's got less function on the court than me, huh?
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, you're like Jeff Butler compared to him.
Oh, wow. I feel super privileged.
Which is interesting because we're all 0.5s. Like, it's such a variety. Like, why isn't there a zero class?
I mean, I've brought that up multiple times.
Here's my argument.
Multiple low pointers.
Here's my argument. If Christopher Reeves was still alive,
he'd be a 0.
And no, he'd be a 0.5.
He'd be classed in as a 0.5.
Yeah.
But
he'd go through the muscle testing, and on paper, he would be a 0.5.
Yeah, and he couldn't move his arms at all. So.
Couldn't move shit.
Right. Right. So I'm gonna pull your speakers out. Good Lord.
Yeah, don't be breaking any of this stuff. It's such a.
You can't bring me around any sensitive equipment.
I was kind of worried. I was like trying to tuck wires away.
Baby-proof stuff for me, right?
Right. Yeah. But yeah, he races RC cars too, like competitively.
Oh wow.
And I mean, he's winning trophies and shit. But like, how cool would that be if we started a quad league?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Right.
I'd totally be in with that.
Yeah.
Dude, there's so many cool things that
There's not enough hours in the day.
There isn't. Really, like, I mean, I used to race my UTV in the summertime. But between rugby and, my 2 kids now, it just seems like, hours just fall away.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, there's so many cool things to be out there.
Here's an idea. Let's set up a short course at the compound in the backyard.
I'm game.
Yeah.
I got a Jeep. I had to. You got the Oscar Mike Jeep, and I drove it around, and I got home from Moab, and I instantly went online and had to get one.
Now it would be easy, like, cause they make like race cars.
Yeah, so they make
It'd be a lot easier to set up a course on like grass, and we would just have trucks.
Oh yeah, dude, you totally make it 4-wheel drive.
Do you know if there's like classes and stuff like
instructional courses?
No, driving classes.
Well, yeah, I'm sure you could find one.
Driver's ed. No, like what's the word I'm looking for? Like categories
for different vehicles.
Yeah. Like a like a 12-volt versus.
Yeah, so I think they do it off of the size of the vehicle. So like my car, my Jeep has a 1/10 scale.
Oh right.
So I think they do it 1/10, 1/8, and like that.
Okay.
Or maybe
just so we keep it kind of on a even playing field, and some guy's not going out there and dropping like $1,000 on a race car or a race truck. One
of the guys would do it.
A full blown just
they
pre-runner, fucking
one of the NOS RCs.
Yeah. Do they make those?
Yeah, they make those.
Wow.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't they?
Oh yeah.
I'm surprised they don't have. And they probably do, because I don't know shit about RC cars. But do they have like nitrous for the gas engines, or would it just blow the engine up?
I don't think you could put
just
nitrous.
A tiny shot.
I'd like
just just a little squirt.
We could try it.
We could try. We could absolutely try it. But how cool would that be, just to have like a little NOS bottle, like?
Bro, could you imagine how fast that little RC would go?
Yeah.
They get these little RCs up to like 80 miles an hour.
Oh, dude, yeah.
You have NOS on one of those
ridiculous.
things. It doesn't even matter if it's just a little. That thing would go into into the air.
It'd run a pretty good quarter-mile time.
If it didn't catch air first.
Yeah, that's true. You
would definitely have to weigh it down.
I was going to say, you'd probably have to put some fucking like fishing weights on it or something.
Or just have the tires filled with lead or something.
Right. Yeah. But I think that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Set up a little short course.
Yeah, I'm down with it, dude. I
don't know if I want to drop 500.
Yeah, they are kind of expensive, but I mean, dude, these things are like top of the line. They got, steel frames.
I do have
kind of crazy.
I do have like 5 acres of lawn.
Oh,
that would be fun to like just rip around at home,
dude. Well, the cool thing is these things will completely have no problem climbing.
Yeah.
So they're just the torque that they have is just ridiculous.
Yeah, I think it was at like a shopping mall, and it was like a little course, and it was small. I think did they make like a 1/16 scale? Because these things were kind of small.
They probably do.
It was probably about the size of this water bottle, to be honest.
Oh yeah, that's probably a 1/16.
Yeah, but it was a little short. It was a little Toyota.
Yeah, so it was an
old school like 85 Toyota.
There's a couple of remote control shops out in Colorado that actually they have outdoor tracks.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, so there's one that has a dirt track, and then there's one that they always set up a track in their parking lot.
This thing was like a whole. You paid like $5 to get like 3 attempts, and it was like it's kind of like an obstacle course that you're supposed to go through, and it was really kind of challenging. And like at the end, like you end up climbing up like this little. You sidewall it up a mountain and shit. Like,
that's kind of cool.
Yeah, it was kind of dope. I tried it once. This was back in the day. I was an AB.
Yeah. When you come out to Denver, you have to check out, or when you go back out to the Oscar Mike compound, you have to check out the Jeep, because those things are super capable.
Have you ever fucked around with a drone?
I have not.
Yeah.
I have a buddy, Kirk Williams, that he actually got himself a drone license.
Oh, right on. Yeah, I like his setup. The way he's got his joysticks and stuff.
Yeah, so he's actually got a couple different drones, I think.
Yeah.
And I think he was racing them for a while. He's got himself a
have you seen that on
quadcopter.
TV?
The
Racing?
drone racing? No, I have
It's
not.
insane. It's insane. Dude, there's this one.
Well, because so you watch the video from the drone in some glasses, right? And then control it.
I've never fucked around with
That's
one.
what I heard. Is you put glasses or some type of goggles
Either
on,
that or it's
and
on
you watch the
or
camera.
it's on the controller, I think.
Yeah, which is super crazy.
Yeah. Have you ever fucked around with any like VR?
Just you at the compound this.
That's right.
At
Yeah,
Nationals.
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Oculus Go.
Yeah, it was super cool.
What'd you think of it?
What
You did the Face Your Fear thing, right?
Yeah, I did the Face My Fears.
Is that just this?
with the little scary kid and
Fuck that shit, dude.
and the weird clown?
You know who had a really funny reaction to that was the Brinkman sisters.
I don't know who that is.
You know Tara and Brooke? They work
Yes,
for Oscar
I'm sorry,
Mike.
you're right. I do.
Yeah. They I went over to Ash and Chris's place.
Right.
And we were just messing around with the VR. And dude, they were just legitimate jumping around on the couches, just freaking out.
Well, I mean, if I knew, I was all by myself, I might have freaked out a little bit more. But
I don't.
it was definitely it is a surreal feeling, because I was leaning up against the wall and I knew I was in a bedroom already, because we were at the compound downstairs. And what's kind of cool
is you like, because that the example we're talking about is you're like laying in a bed, like in this VR world. Yeah, you're like laying. You're in this bedroom, and you're like looking around, and sounds are going around you, and that's kind of a cool thing too. Is like you'll hear something in your left speaker.
Yeah.
And so you turn to the left,
and then it pops up.
There's a fucking goblin kid or whatever that thing is.
Just hanging out.
Yeah. Just
it going?
fucking with you.
Yeah.
Tearing up your bathroom and shit.
Until he grows like 10 foot tall and comes out the closet.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, at the end, that's what happened. It came out the closet. It was like, twice as big.
He was like sitting in a fetal position, like on the rocking chair. And you're just looking at him and looking at him. And then he pops out at you.
Oh, that's trippy.
Oh, it fucked me up.
Yeah, so they had like these little eyes kind of hanging out, from the closet. And then he just pops out.
We should have, since you're like kind of a gearhead like me, I should have had you watch some of the Red Bull TV.
Yeah, I love Red Bull TV. I sit at home and I watch it.
So now in VR, like I was watching the Dakar rally and sitting in the trucks.
Oh, with the VR.
Yeah, and like looking at the gauges, looking at the steering wheel.
That is
looking
super
around.
cool.
It was dope as fuck.
That is one of if it weren't for the fact that the race is as long as it is, that would be one of the coolest things to ever do. Is just go along with the pit crew or with the race cream
or the Baja.
The Baja is one of those things too. Yeah, I'd love to have a 11 series car, just an old stock Volkswagen.
You wouldn't do it in a side by side?
So I would do it in a side by side, but
I think we should all do it in a side by side.
We do the Baja 500, huh?
You want to do the 5? I want to do the Thou.
Oh, good luck, buddy.
I'll sit on a Rojo.
Good luck. We can all switch out.
We can.
Well, yeah, that might be the best way to do it. Then,
yeah.
Just have a team of 4 quads.
Yeah, let's get
250 miles apart.
I know Noah would be down.
Yeah, I'm down with it, dude. That's one of the things that are on my bucket list. Is definitely go to the Baja.
Yeah. I never like raced like competitively, but it was one of those things that I wish I would have done. Like maybe for me, it probably would have been on the snowboard.
Yeah. So I've never raced a motor competitively until after I've gotten hurt.
Yeah.
I always raced BMX. I did downhill mountain biking.
Yeah.
But I never raced anything with an actual motor.
Noah is a BMX racer too.
No, actually I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed the bicycle tire he's got tattooed on his arm?
No, I have not noticed that.
Yeah, he's got a BMX tire.
That's horrible. I just had horrible. I need to pay attention more.
Well, we all have some pretty interesting tattoos. You know what's cool is we all have like Oscar Mike tattoos, and I think that's unique because like I've seen a few guys that have like the Wounded Warrior Project tattoo, and that's just because their logo's pretty fucking dope. I'm gonna laugh my fucking ass off. The first grunt style tattoo I see.
He's gonna be holding someone's purse.
Right. Yeah. No. If he had like the cross rifles and it just said grunt style on his arm, as big and obnoxious as it is on their t-shirts. Oh, and to top it off, if he had the American flag on the other side too.
Oh gosh.
He's just like he's got a grunt style shirt tattooed on him. You know, like.
That would be funny as hell.
But it's cool to have an Oscar Mike tattoo because like you're like in the club, and there's civilians that have them, there's military guys, there's people that aren't even disabled, there's there's a bunch of kids that have them.
I kind of felt like when I was getting ready to do my Oscar Mike tattoo, it felt like I was almost doing it on my own, and like I was like, hey guys, I'm gonna do an Oscar Mike tattoo, is that cool?
Do you want to show it off for the camera right there real quick?
Goodness, we might take we might be here for a minute.
Well, I'll just keep talking.
Yeah. This shirt's not coming up.
Right on, dude. Yeah, I got that one right there.
Yeah,
one of my original designs,
dude.
And I told Noah he can't ever turn it into a shirt. So he'll have to wait till I die for that one.
Yeah, I would buy that shirt every single time. Like that is the coolest tattoo I think I've seen as an Oscar Mike tattoo.
Yeah, I really enjoy it.
I mean, I like my militia tattoo with my Oscar Mike on top.
And we're gonna do the bombs. I'm not going to Amsterdam anymore, but you guys definitely should. And while you guys do it, I'll make sure I get mine like kind of around the same time, so no one gets theirs first.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna do the a bomb for every win that we got at nationals, and we got 3 this year. And it's gonna be kind of like the what is it, the World War II.
Yeah, like
those
the
are on the bombers.
Yeah, every time they did a mission, they put a bomb on their plane.
Yeah.
So we're gonna. We had 3 successful missions.
Yeah, and you know what was really cool was those wins were all really fun wins. I mean, I know you guys didn't really get to rotate. We didn't rotate the bench in.
No, much. But it doesn't even matter. You go to nationals and you go there to play and you go there to win. I mean, you go there, because you like to play, but you go there for the win. And we kind of fell down, and then we came back up. So we decided to go for the win instead of conceding, and
Well, the comeback win against NorCal, I'd never done anything like that. I mean, we were down 2 points with like 50 seconds.
Yeah, and we scored 2 right back to back.
Bully came through at the end. He was kind of dragging ass like pretty much the entire game.
I think that's what saved him, is he wasn't pushing in the beginning, but
right there at the end, man, he had 2 just
helped us out.
Quick turnovers, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was 2 in less than 30 seconds, though, wasn't it?
We held up for last goal. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So it was nice.
Yeah, and the cool thing is it's on video. It's on YouTube now.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, and then I got my my free proposal with my wife on YouTube video.
Yeah, right.
It's just kind of cool, I was just.
You had a good weekend. You got remarried or re-engaged.
Yeah, I re-engaged my wife.
Yeah, you got re-engaged, and then you had a birthday.
Yeah, and I even pulled a quad out of the chair for the first time. I did my first quad wrestling match, and I won.
You were there in Houston.
And then I lost my second
you were there
match.
in Houston when me and Brett kind of got into a little grappling.
Yeah. So it
was funny is I had him in a good guillotine, and all I had to do was get him in wrap him up and put him in my guard.
Yeah,
and
if you could only wrap your legs around him.
The funny thing is, every part of me, like, cause I've grappled before, and like every part of me, I looked down at my legs.
You knew exactly what you were trying to do.
I was trying to bring my right leg over and just put him in my, and then I would have choked him out because I had it.
I like the fact that he gave you a big kiss at the end.
Yeah, I wasn't actually expecting that.
No? It was on the lips too, wasn't it?
I think he's gay for me.
Oh, well.
I think Stacy is.
Well, you were a haughty Asian, you know.
No, you know what was funny? It was when we did that face swap. I'll have to splice that up on the video version of this.
Yes, that is super funny.
Oh man, it was hilarious because I can't grow facial hair.
You got the greatest neck beard going on.
No, that was on you, the bald guy.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
they
that
did
was
switch
you.
it over to.
I had the mullet with the beard. I looked like.
Yeah,
that's
right.
I looked like a dude from like King of the Hill. Like one of the the kind of like minor characters on King of the Hill.
Billy Joe.
Right. So hey, at Nationals, we our goal at the beginning of the season was to win a Division II championship, and when we lost that crossover to Northridge, we pretty much had decided like that evening. I kind of talked with like the other starters and stuff. And we said, we don't really give a fuck about third place. Like, we need to get the other guys involved and playing.
Well, I mean, I've played on Denver where it makes sense. Like if you are a starter player, then that you start. You don't start bench players
but just to give up the third place like I'm not saying we would have won because DC we had a really good game against DC in the pool play, but Delby had to leave after like the first quarter. He had an emergency, so
which was kind of unfortunate for them. Helped us out a little bit.
It did, yeah, because I mean
it would have been a close game.
It was a lot easier without him.
This is definitely for sure.
Yeah, so who knows if we would have won or not, but at the same time, it's third place.
Yeah.
My only regret is the trophies were just so fucking cool.
They were super cool.
Yeah.
But didn't you get a
I did, yeah.
personal trophy, right?
I got a best in class trophy.
Nice.
I'm gonna hang that up in the podcast studio. I normally don't display like my awards. I'll just throw them on a bookshelf,
Dude, but those things were like one off. Like,
yeah.
Super awesome.
Yeah, Rob and Mark fucking.
They killed it.
They were awesome too,
yeah,
man.
Yes.
They hung out for a little bit at the compound. At our little after party.
Oh yeah, dude. So Rob and Mark, I became pretty good buddies. I chat with them on Facebook all the time,
Did you see the new thing that they built for the compound?
I did the Oscar Mike.
The patina?
Yeah. They put it downstairs
at
in the
bar,
basement.
Right?
Yeah.
In the bar, yeah.
Yeah, it is friggin' awesome. It's backlit. It's rusted out.
I don't know how I'm going to do it because I don't know if you can ship something like that. But I want them to build me one for like a sign for my my barn.
Yeah, so you could. I mean, I had a cage for my UTV ship out from.
Yeah.
I want to get. I think it was a few states over. It was $100 for.
I want to get a
freight.
big ass like 8-foot.
Just pay
sign
freight shipping
for my barn.
You got a barn at your place, huh?
Pole barn.
Okay.
Yeah, it's where I park my 28-foot
nice
toy hauler.
Yeah.
It's where I'm building the Gambler.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, actually, so I'm gonna be doing that this year.
Yeah, you're doing that with a Nissan Pathfinder?
It's an Infiniti QX4.
Oh.
But same thing. It's
okay.
It's a R50 chassis. I just ordered a. You ever order auto parts off of Amazon?
I have not.
That's a thing. I ordered
I didn't know you could.
I ordered a leveling kit.
A leveling kit?
Yeah.
Off of Amazon?
Off of Amazon.
Was it on Prime?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, there you can buy. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure you could buy rims. Maybe not.
Wow.
I don't know.
Well,
I wish I could look it up. I don't want to sign into the
well,
Wi-Fi.
someone was telling me out in Moab that Patriot tires are like $200 a tire. So if you want to get some tires for that thing, go Patriot.
I've never even heard.
Patriots are actually made by a Japanese company, I think now. They used to be made by the Diesel brothers.
Oh, right.
But I think there was an infringement on the name Patriots.
Yeah.
So
they do some pretty cool stuff on that show.
Yes.
I'm not really big into like those Discovery shows anymore. Like I used to be.
I think
get it.
I think seeing the behind the scenes now, with some of the stuff. Like we had Google there at Nationals with us.
Yeah.
So
were you there with the OCC? You were there at
I was at the ball with OCC.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of cool, actually.
Yeah, they're really cool guys.
Yes.
They're genuine people. And, I mean, if there's any doubt about that, I mean.
The dude got a tattoo on his arm.
Exactly. Paul Sr. got a tattoo on his arm. And that's, like, prime real estate. That's going to be on TV for.
It's on his forearm, too.
Yeah, and that's, I mean,
he can't hide that thing
I've never
anywhere.
seen him wear sleeves.
No.
You know?
And that thing, it sticks out just how he folds his arms.
Yeah.
It sits right there perfectly.
Were you able to get any Oscar Mike swag at the end of Nationals? Because
I got a few T-shirts, and I definitely got lots of stickers.
I kind of want to get one of the OCC sweaters.
I have one of the sweaters.
It's nice.
Yeah, I love it, dude. I mean, it's one of my favorite.
I'm trying to convince Noah to pull some favors in, and let's get out to Sturgis with the Tuttles.
Oh, that would be super cool.
Yeah. I was just talking. Oh, Larry's gonna be out there.
Yeah, he was telling me that that's one of his things that he always likes to do. He's always wanted to do is go to Sturgis.
Yeah. This year too. I was trying to think of the name of the fucking rodeo in Cody, Wyoming. Is it Stampede or is it?
No, it's I think it's just the Wyoming rodeo.
No.
Yeah, so
It's one of the big
they have it,
ones.
but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So
They have it every year.
This year's the 100th.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I was trying to go out last year because I really wanted. I'm trying to think I forget what artist was out there. It was a country artist that was playing out there, and I really wanted to go out to see him, but I don't remember.
It wasn't Garth Brooks, was it?
No, but he's actually supposed to be in Denver coming up.
I hate that you said that all excited because recently I've kind of become a Garth Brooks hater.
Oh no.
Yeah. I saw him in concert.
Okay.
In 2016, and it was a cool show, but I think I came to the realization I was like, Garth Brooks is like pop country.
Yeah, I think he has changed.
And he's a fucking weirdo. I don't know if you know this, but
I don't.
Yeah, he's like kind of a weirdo. Like he's like really into himself, and like he just recently started using like social media, and it's fucking awkward. Just imagine like if your dad just started using social media. Like he has no idea what he's doing, and he's just like,
Yeah, I have my mom does that. So it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that he was.
Yeah, I mean, I love Friends in Low Places, but like, how many times do I have to fucking hear that song?
Yeah, I mean, it's like Thunder Rolls.
It's kind of like the original bro country. I mean, think about it, man. Back in the day, dude. In the night, I mean, he's commercial. He's just it's all commercial country.
Yeah, so
he was kind of the beginning of the end.
Well, so Garth Brooks and I think Alan Jackson were probably my like.
Oh, I love Alan Jackson.
First two like real country introductions.
I got into it,
and it was only because my dad like listened to it.
Yeah,
constantly.
I got in a country like my sophomore year, and it was Kenny Chesney and George Strait.
George Strait, he's a good artist too.
He had just released the 50 Number Ones album.
Okay,
you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, well, he's got 50 number ones, like he's got to be pretty good. So listen to that, and it was like one of my favorite albums of like all time. Kenny Chesney, like kind of back in the day. I mean, it's total high school country, Like,
well, I mean,
listening to it now, I'm just like, shut the fuck up, like, you fucking Jimmy Buffett wannabe.
Yeah. So that's actually like like if you go to my Pandora radio, Johnny Cash. Jen Whalens.
Waylon Jennings, yeah, he's one of my favorites. The Highwaymen. I mean, Chris Christopherson and.
Well, I mean, how can you go wrong with Willie Nelson? I mean, really.
To be honest, I'm not really a giant Willie Nelson fan. I love On the Road. He's got some good songs. I like the album he did with Merle Haggard right before he died.
Okay. Yeah,
that was a good one. They had a song called "It's All Going to Pot," and it's just talking about how he blows his paycheck on marijuana. Merle Haggard's probably one of my favorite guys. Dwight Yoakam.
Yeah, see, I'm not that big
Yeah.
into country.
Dwight Yoakam's the shit, man. He's kind of got a really unique voice. My favorite country artists right now are all from Kentucky.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna listen to country, you might as well listen to the real thing, right?
Yeah, Chris Stapleton, his first album was fire. Sturgill Simpson is probably my favorite like musician right now. So if you haven't, like, check out some of his stuff.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I have to try that.
What makes him unique is that like he got into country late in life, which like I think to really appreciate country music, you kind of have to have like life kick you around a little bit. Like you got to get some life underneath.
Yeah,
for a while.
I think you have to live one of those country songs to really get the true meaning of the blues, you know?
Yeah, or take like a, cross country road trip.
Yeah, that's a good one too. Yeah.
Or, go down south.
Yeah. So, I mean, you lived in Birmingham for what, like 3 years?
2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you've seen a lot of the South.
Oh yeah. You know what was really cool about living in Birmingham was you're really centrally located. So within like an 8-hour driving distance, you can get to a lot of cool spots. Yeah, like New Orleans was right there. New Orleans was like 5 hours. Nashville was like 3 or 4. Atlanta's like hour and a half to 2.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. I think so.
New Orleans, Tampa's not far. Jacksonville's not far.
I think I'm gonna hit New Orleans
Louisville's
this year because we're going to drive down to Kentucky for the veteran wheelchair games.
Yeah,
and there's a U of H camp the week before that.
Oh, right.
Or the weekend before that. So
okay,
I think I'm gonna try to do the camp and then drive down through Louisiana.
Right on.
And then up.
Have you ever
Kentucky.
been?
I have not been to Louisiana. That's one of the states I've not been into yet.
Check out the World War II Museum
where's
New
that
Orleans.
In New Orleans?
Downtown New Orleans.
Okay.
It's amazing. Yeah. Make sure you spend the extra little. You have to. It costs a little bit extra, but it's a movie that's narrated by Tom Hanks.
Okay.
It's amazing. It's a 4D movie, so like as the movie's happening, there's like props, there's like planes, and there's one really cool scene where it's just a giant freaking bomber squadron in formation, and they bring the nose of like a B-52 down, but then the screen behind it is like the rest of the plane as the movie.
Oh, that's
so
crazy.
It's like you got the nose of the plane in real life, and then behind it's just the other plane, the rest of the plane, and then the other planes in the formation, and then they're coming right at you, and it's just amazing, dude. Like you don't see bombing raids like that anymore. Was World War II the last time that they did those giant formations where they would just go in and just fuck up a city in Germany?
No, I think it's got it.
I don't think we did that in Korea.
No, I mean we did a lot of Agent Orange.
Yeah, like in Vietnam, but it wasn't those like have you ever seen videos or like photos of like fleets? And
I have.
It's amazing.
It's crazy, and the destruction they leave behind them in the wake is just super crazy. Super crazy.
I don't know if we've mentioned this. I know we kind of probably dropped a little bit of hints and stuff, but you're a U.S. Army veteran.
Yes.
And you actually deployed to Iraq.
Twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What years?
2003.
You were there for the invasion?
I was actually. I found out at Nationals, me and Noah had actually, kind of piggybacked off each other.
Yeah.
All the way up. It was kind of crazy. I didn't know I was that close to him at the invasion.
Small ass world.
Right. I mean, where else would you meet back up?
And now
what is it like? 15 years later, and here we are.
You know what? I don't know if you ever watch like Black Mirror.
No.
On Netflix, it's a sci-fi show. It's kind of like a Twilight Zone, but for like the modern day.
Okay.
And there's this one episode where, in the near future, you get this implant and it records your memories, and then you can play it back in real time, like through your eye. And then you can also project it like onto TVs and stuff. But like you can rewind and watch old memories.
Oh, trippy.
And like, how cool would that be if you could rewind to Iraq?
Oh,
and then there's also like built-in facial recognition technology, and like if it could scan for like Noah, and like I wonder if
you know what, I've probably seen them out there.
Yeah.
I mean,
or if you just saw him like just
passing by him at the
or like out in the field taking a piss or something.
Yeah, you know, I mean, there's so many guys out there, but I mean, yeah.
Or if you heard him on the radio. Over comms or anything? I don't know if you guys all had
No, we
shared
didn't do a
comms.
whole lot of comms. The unit I was in, it was more, it was air defense. So, I mean, we made sure we covered the flight lines. And I stayed off comms at least. I was food service. I was running more of the chow back and forth.
Yeah.
And, you know, pulling guard duty at the dining facility and stuff.
Yeah. What kind of chow were they serving back in 2003 during the invasion?
Oh man, I think I cut up mutton probably 60% of the time.
Yeah.
But the rest of the time, I don't know what it was, honestly. They called it some type of, beef product, but I don't think it was beef.
I went to school with a Marine tanker, and he was in the invasion, and he had a thing. He fucking hated cooks. Because he's like, they save all the good shit. I know they do. They feed us that slop, and they're saving all the good shit for them. And he swore by that. He hated military cooks.
Yeah, so I had a first sergeant that was like that in the first time, and he was like, he hated my senior NCO. He thought we were always hoarding food. I mean, we kept like boxes of juice and stuff as to keep us going throughout, to keep everyone from, just drinking up or eating up everything all at once. But yeah, it was always like, you guys are hoarding food. This is you keeping it for yourself. It is definitely an advantage being food service, though.
Oh, I bet.
First dibs.
I bet. But you know what? The MREs have come such a long ways that like I never really minded them, except for like when you can't shit for like 3 days and then you finally do, and it's literally bricks.
I mean
it's this size. I mean, I've dropped turds the size of this Nalgene bottle.
Yeah,
rock fucking solid. Just when it hits especially if it's in a
you got to watch for the blowback.
Especially in a porta shitter.
You get that fucking blue water blowback.
Get that Smurf jizz on you.
It gets some blue balls for sure.
Oh
yeah. I think that was one of the hardest things is invasion. We ate MREs for a good 4.5 months. And when we went from MREs, we went to T-Rats. And if you don't know what a T-Rat is, it's just a big MRE. It serves like 30 people.
It's the family size.
Yes.
Yeah. It's the family size version.
The Stouffer's lasagna size of T-Rats.
That sounds fucking amazing right now.
That would be awesome in a T-Rat though.
A lasagna?
Oh yeah.
I don't know if they actually had like a lasagna one, but they had the spaghetti and meatballs.
Yeah,
that was good with the Tabasco.
Yeah, well, see, you had to put Tabasco.
No,
on
you heat it up.
Yeah, T-Rats.
Well, you do that, and then you also mix in the jalapeno cheese into the spaghetti.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You probably could fucking do some magic with some MREs,
I mean, you got Ranger pudding. You got the new chocolate shakes.
I always traded those, except for there was a couple times where I would make a latte.
Yeah, you were telling me something about that last weekend.
You got to save up a shit ton of the creamers. You need one of the chocolate milkshakes, and you need probably about like 4 or 5 packs of the coffee. You got to say, I mean, this is like towards the end.
Yeah, that's kind of like Ranger pudding then. In that sense, you take the chocolate pudding mix.
What's Ranger pudding?
So you take the hot chocolate mix. You take peanut butter and coffee, and you mix it all together.
Okay. Yeah. Did you ever do anything like what? Were you in? Did they have
I joined in 2000, so I almost bet you they had it.
And then you got injured. You got injured in 2008, right?
2008, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So you probably you had to have had it, but they had cheese with bacon.
No, actually, I don't.
And then there's a chocolate peanut butter.
The chocolate peanut butter I did see, which is phenomenal.
It's good. I would always trade them because the trade value.
Well, trade value on anything goes up, especially if you're deployed.
You can get entrees.
Bro, you don't go to entrees. if you're in the field or you're deployed, you go batteries or cigarettes. Batteries or cigarettes.
No, I've traded guys like chocolate peanut butter for like full on like jambalaya entrees and stuff.
Yeah,
the jambalaya was good.
You know what's funny is honestly, like, I came back from Iraq in 2003 and I probably lost a good 30 pounds.
Yeah.
My NCO had called me. He said I looked like a homeless crackhead.
That's
we got back from Iraq. We drove like it was 20 something hours from Toledo to Kuwait.
How many days were you in country?
Oh, the first time I don't even remember. I think it was only like 6 or 7 months. It wasn't that long, and then
I don't even think. I mean, Noah was home by.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
he was home by like June, I think.
Yeah, I want to say it was. That sounds about right. Yeah, it wasn't that long.
Mm-hmm.
It was super easy. I mean, once we got to Baghdad, the mission was over.
Mission accomplished, bro.
Yeah.
Bush,
and like
Bush
I
said
said,
Bush said it.
I was air defense artillery, so we didn't have to. We have to keep the flight lines open anymore. So we left out.
Yeah.
I went back with Signal in 2007.
Yeah.
Stayed until 2006 and stayed until 2008.
What's amazing is how long we stayed there.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, I went back in 2006 and stayed until 2008. I was there for about 15 months.
Oh, okay. So like towards the tail end of 6.
So I was one of the last units to actually get the 3-month stop loss.
Yeah.
Or the 3-month extension in country.
Do you think you'd still be in if you didn't get hurt?
Probably. I think around my last deployment, I kind of considered myself a lifer.
Yeah.
8 years in, what's another 12.
Yeah, and I mean you had a couple deployments under your belt.
Yeah, I mean, and that I already made E6 by that time, so.
And Becca was in the.
Yeah, actually, Becca had gotten out of the military. She gotten out of the Army in 2005.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if I know this, but did she ever deploy?
She did not.
Okay.
She is a veteran. I mean, obviously.
Yeah. No, I mean, I never deployed.
Yeah,
so
she didn't deploy. She actually got pregnant with Jaden. Right as her unit
they always have that out.
I don't really you say that, but she got so much crap from her NCOs.
No, it's just, I'm 100% just joking.
Oh, well, you joke about it, but there's so many people out there that don't. It's funny.
I'd rather go to war because now you got to raise a kid for 18 years. I'd rather go to war.
Well, and you're stuck with them for life. As long as
exactly.
they're alive.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean,
until you die.
You really only have to care about them until they're like 18.
Well, that's your legal.
Yeah, that's your legal responsibility.
Legal responsibility, but as a parent,
that's all that's required right now by law. All right, so.
Yeah, that's the guy that wants to raise a bunch of, little kids, that don't live very long.
Oh man, we're gonna go there.
I didn't mean it like that.
Oh, we can go there.
Well, I mean,
that's fine.
Yeah, go ahead and say.
Yeah. No, my God damn.
Well, someone's got to adopt terminally ill kids.
Yeah, that's my that's kind of my life plan right now is because I'm not seeking kind of any kind of relationship right now but I love children, and so I want to I'm just gonna adopt like terminally ill children that have like a life expectancy of like 9 to 10 years, enough life to get me a Make-A-Wish.
Like give you a Make-A-Wish, or
them, but then I have to take them there, like I'm not gonna just let them go hang out with Taylor Swift by themselves.
So one of the cool Make-A-Wish. Speaking of which, there was a course that was out in Colorado that I used to race it. It was called Extreme 4x4 Colorado, and there was a kid there that was on. I want to say it was Extreme 4x4 on Spike TV or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was 13 at the time. He had a terminal illness. I forget what it was, and he just wanted to race, and that's all he wanted to do was desert race.
Right on.
So he had this little beater truck that he was just racing the heck out of, and just beating the heck out of. And Make-A-Wish came out and they got him a buggy. I mean, a fully stocked buggy. That thing's got
Yeah.
an Ecotech motor in it. It'll do 85 with no problems, you know. Yeah. It's just ridiculous, you know. So this is when I met this kid. He was 16, and like he just tear it up, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, it just like, you know.
We didn't get into U racing. Okay, what's the industry like? What's the correct term? Is it side by side or is it UTV?
Yeah. So I mean, I guess you can use both.
I always thought a UTV would be something like a Polaris Ranger, like one of the actual utility work farm vehicles, like a John Deere Gator. Or,
yeah, I mean, I guess one of the first terms that were used off the, you know, with those vehicles was UTV. So I think.
Yeah, well, that's where they kind of stemmed from.
Yeah.
And then people started, racing him and souping him up, and then.
Now since there's the ATV world, you know, people don't know what a UTV is, so they have to call them side by side. So.
Yeah, I kind of go generic, like Kleenex, and I just call them razors. Even though the one that I want is the Can-Am X3 XRC.
You know, if I had the choice, actually, when we were out in Moab, I seen Honda's got a 1000 out. It's really cool.
Really?
Really cool. I didn't see the internals in it,
I
don't know what they have in it, but
I like the Yamaha.
It is super, yeah.
With the manual.
I was gonna say that if I was able-bodied and I could drive it, it'd be the Yamaha, just because it has the standard in it.
Yeah.
And, you know, I'm a gear guy.
Apparently,
and, you know, shifting is one of those things that
I think the number is only like 1/5 of Americans know how to drive stick shift now.
which is crazy.
Yeah, it's insane.
I mean,
have you ever had a dream where you are driving a stick shift?
Yes.
One of the best dreams ever.
Yeah.
I had a dream I was driving my old '88 BMW up and down the mountain road.
I was driving a 5-ton or a deuce and a half.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So that was actually one of the first vehicles I got to learn how to drive, as a large vehicle and being a manual.
How many gears do those things have?
Oh, dude, you know,
like 16 or 24.
I can't even remember now.
Yeah. I've got to drive a couple like semi trucks when I worked at Caterpillar, working in the truck shop. You got to pull trucks in and out, and those truck cabs are cool.
You know,
all the gauges and how they trick them out and chrome it out. And
my dad drove a truck for 25 years.
Is that how you met your mom? Just kidding.
No, but they met in high school.
Your dad was a truck driver in high school?
Yeah. He drove a Chevy Love.
Right. Oh, right on.
Yeah.
One of my friends at this
I don't know if you call the Chevy Love a truck, but
one of my friends.
It's kind of like calling the El Camino a truck.
Dude, have you seen the Hell Camino?
No, I've not.
The diesel, was it the Diesel Bros? It's one of the shows on like Discovery. But
is that the one that they put rear steering on and they went and took it out to Moab and they were jumping it?
I think they put it on a K20 frame.
Oh wow.
The longer and longer I have this mullet, I find myself that I'm looking at El Caminos on Craigslist, and
I can totally see you driving an El Camino.
So we're doing the Gambler with the Pathfinder, but I think we're gonna keep it on a kind of a tight budget, and when the that vehicle craps out, I think the next one I want to do is a
you know what you should
you
ought to go to would bring. You know, I think your whole genre together would be is one of the Subaru Brats. Have you seen
the Brats,
those?
yeah.
Yeah, so it's like a 4-door with the truck bed. So you get the interior space.
There's a dope ass one that because Subarus are huge in Oregon for some reason.
In Colorado too.
Yeah, we just opened up. I think it's the world's biggest Subaru dealership. It's like the size of the Sports Factory.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 levels.
Nice.
Huge. But there's a Brat at this Subaru performance shop kind of down the road from like my house. And it's dope. It's a little lifted. It looks like it has like 33 squeezed under there. It's got a cool little cargo rack with some big ass fucking
I'm telling
lights.
you, dude, you could probably do a whole lot more with the Brat than you would ever do with the El Camino.
Yeah, but I mean, how cool?
And it's already all-wheel drive.
Yeah, but how cool? I mean, the thing is though, I think I would want to do it rear-wheel drive. Just kind of like make it like a semi pre-runner type. Yeah.
Okay, I could see that. Put
Yeah.
a big Nerf.
The idea the idea is I want it to look like something you'd see in like Mad Max.
Okay, so you got to just pull it off and put it onto like a truck
The
chassis.
thing though is I think the seat would be too tall for me to transfer into. So I don't know how much money I really want to spend on it, but at least if I could squeeze some like 31s or 32s under it, just some good like mud tires, and then get a good like I don't know 3-4 inch lift.
Dude, you can do so much. Like it doesn't even take much of a lift now.
Did you
to put big tires on?
I forget where I saw it, but it's going to be at the Overland Expo in Flagstaff. I don't know if you follow like overlanding stuff.
A little bit. A little bit.
Yeah. Kirk Williams is really big into it. He might be going out there this year again because it's one of those shows I want to check out. But those transits that like the transit that he just got, they just did a F350 suspension conversion.
Oh.
Yeah, I forget which company it was, but this thing's got flex.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You imagine just one of those with a solid front axle.
Right. And so that's what I had to say was one of the best things I seen, or one of the coolest things I had seen in Moab was there was a guy had brought out a brand new 19 JK, had put 49-inch tires on this thing.
49ers. Wow.
But I swear they didn't change the stock height of the vehicle. Like it looked like they rolled this Jeep up, put those 49-inch tires on the ground and went, "Yep, that's where we need to cut." They had cut so much out of this Jeep that the front hood had to get cut.
Wow.
Yeah. Or the front hood, but the hood.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would ever
cut the hood.
Well,
just to put those.
You don't need
huge,
40. You don't need 49s,
dude. This thing would climb over anything.
I think I saw a picture of you.
It was actually. It was. Yeah.
It was on. Was it on the trailer though?
No.
It was on ground level.
So the one that we
But
went
I mean,
out with.
the tire was like.
Yeah. So my wife was actually standing up next to it, and it went up to her shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we were going out, and I guess the guy that he had install his tires didn't torque them down twice. So
yeah.
He ended up with like 4 studs and 4 lug nuts holding this front 49-inch tire on his Jeep. But he made it out, But that the thing was super capable.
Yeah.
Super capable.
Yeah, it's just a lot of meat, and then like you air those things down, and
you air them down, and you got like
just crawling
2.5 feet of tread on each tire.
Yeah.
It's just
like
ridiculous.
It's like running tracks.
Yeah, it kind of is. The thing is just it was gnarly.
Are you friends with Jared Evans from Reno? He used to play for San Diego. So. His mom's the one at all the rugby games that goes woohoo after every goal.
Well, I probably heard her, but I don't think
so
I've actually met
when you
Jared.
hear her, Jared's, but he's really big into side by sides, and he just took his Razor up to somewhere up in his area near Reno with tracks.
In the Sierra Nevadas.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, so
with the tracks.
Yeah, they have a couple of. I have that Wildcat 1000 that I'm looking at. I got to fix the brakes on it so that way I can get it over to Oscar Mike. But
yeah. Well, if you need me to haul it out there.
Well, I got a flatbed. Don't worry about that.
Yeah.
That'll give me an excuse to go back out
there.
Get
out there.
Yeah. If you want an excuse to go out there, just let me know.
I want to see you and Noah race.
Yeah. So that's definitely gonna be on. For sure.
He was looking at property across from the airport.
I heard something about that. So you guys can kind of try to jump over the road.
We want to jump over the highway.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 2-lane highway that's right there.
Yeah, we put the trailer the Oscar Mike trailer right there.
Well, the idea is to time it where
jump over the trailer.
Yeah, the trailer's driving, and you jump over the trailer as it's driving. We're gonna get the Google film crew out there and film it. Or like Nick Cavalier out there to film it.
Dude, that would be awesome.
We should just talk to that property owner and be like, hey,
Yeah. You think we can pull off this stunt?
yeah, do you love America and quads doing cool shit?
An American flag on one side, of Oscar Mike flag on the other.
Oh, I don't know if I would want to fuck with the trim.
Oh. We totally.
Because that razor's been just fucking run through the ringer. It's been flipped so many times, and he still has never gotten a roll cage on it. He's still got the factory cage, which you know how it is. It's all bolted together.
Did you guys put belts on that at all, or is it still running the stock 3 points? Does it have 4-point belts on it?
Talk about harness?
Yeah.
I think they're aftermarket. They're 4-pointers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. I was one of the things, like I said, when I went over in West Virginia, that was definitely something that saved my life, my son's life for sure. Just making sure I had that aftermarket cage on there.
Yeah. That's that. Yeah, and I don't know.
I mean, and it was made by I have to give a blast to UTV World because they made a stout cage, dude. I mean,
yeah, I go on their shit and check it out all the time. Like,
I mean, that thing got smashed down by at least 3 or 4 inches.
Yeah.
And I mean, this is I must have rolled that thing over at least a dozen, if not more times.
I love some of the custom cages too. The way it changes the shape of the vehicle.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah. And you can do whatever you want. You can make it however you want. Yeah. It's kind of like the little kids or like the big kids version of a Jeep, but a little bit cheaper. Maybe not much, but
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
they're getting up there.
Yeah, so yeah, when you get the aftermarket stuff, it almost
not even, dude.
It's almost the same price.
You know what's the best? Well, I mean,
it's just the starting price. That's
like when you get the Dynamax suspension and all that, like
I put a pair of King shocks on my Razor.
Well, I'm just talking about just from the factory, like just stock.
Like,
they're already up in the 25, 30, 32s.
Yeah.
I think Razor's most expensive new one is like 32. You imagine throwing that into an old like XJ?
Yeah, I mean, dude, what you could put into
throw that into an XJ or a TJ?
Oh yeah,
that's road legal.
Oh, dude, yeah. It would.
I mean, I guess
scary.
I guess you can.
You could put an LS conversion into a TJ.
You can do a road legal conversion on the side by sides.
Yeah. So in Moab, actually, you're legal to drive as long as you have blinkers and lights.
Mm-hmm.
But you could drive on the side of the road everywhere as long as and as long as they're not main roads, you're good to drive on them too. So
you got a chance to ride in the Vanderhall, right?
I did. I was actually I was the first passenger.
How was that?
Dude, that thing.
You weren't the first.
I was.
He took his dad out.
No, actually, I took it. I went with him to the dealership. And Becca drove his Flex home.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was one of the lucky ones.
What'd you think of that thing,
dude? I could definitely see myself in one.
Would you put it in the stable? If you had a collection.
Oh yeah, definitely.
How often do you think you drive that thing? Just on weekends?
As long as it was nice out, dude.
Yeah.
At that thing, yeah. I mean, come on now, you can't get better than a roadster. I mean, even though someone calls it a motorcycle, it's definitely a roadster.
Yeah, it's like legally a motorcycle.
You might, legally.
I'm still trying to convince myself not to get this Hellcat. I'm thinking in maybe about 4 years, once I can find one used, a Hellcat Red Eye, 797 horses.
Yeah. I would hurt myself.
Big car that's actually comfortable to drive.
Yeah. Dude, that's the Challengers, I think, is the platform that
it's the sexiest muscle car.
The newest.
Yeah.
The newest.
Even the old ones, man. The old 70s.
Yeah, I like the Challengers. I've got myself a 73 Dodge Dart.
You do now?
A custom. Yeah.
You do or you did?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's in the work in progress.
Did they make those in 4-doors?
Yes. Yeah. That's why I said it's a custom. That's I guess.
Is that what denotes?
I guess that what makes it the 4-door.
Okay.
It's a sedan.
Yeah. Mopar, I mean, I've always been kind of a Chevy guy just because, like, the old Camaros and, like, the old, I mean, even going back to, like, the Bel Airs were just always dope. But Mopar, they had, like, a 4-6 year stretch where they just had some of the sexiest cars. You know, like the Chargers and the Challengers. Plymouth had a couple.
Yeah, I mean, so
cars.
Diamond Chrysler
and the Darts
has definitely done some good vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. I mean, like I said, I mean, there you go, Jeep again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the old Jeeps were cool.
Oh, dude. I mean, that's really like off-roading is like my true passion.
Yeah. The old like Jeep Scramblers.
So my dad, I grew up with my dad having an old I think it was like an 86 CJ or something.
Yeah.
It was just a big old.
That's CJ Brown is named after
a Jeep, huh?
Yeah.
He must have been conceived in a Jeep.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
I'll ask him next time.
The back seats aren't very big, are they?
Yeah, but, you can make it happen.
Wonder if
I'm thinking about getting a 2-door Cherokee. Just because, it's the same wheelbase. It's just a wider door. And just putting the tourney seat in there.
Yeah, see, I don't know. If I was to get a vehicle that I could drive off-road, it would probably have to have 4 seats.
Yeah.
A 4-door would probably make it just that much easier.
I mean, it still has... It has a second row.
Right. I don't think I would want to have to,
Yeah,
put up
the only thing is I would have to figure out how to get my chair in. But I'm thinking it's just going to be one of those toys, like a vehicle that I just,
At that point, then you just have some, one of your buddies that you go out with.
Yeah, just throw it in the back and ratchet it down or something.
Yeah. I mean, I anytime I went out in my Razor, I always talked about how I was gonna set up my chair, and every time I put my chair in the back, I always I never pulled it back out.
You never really
jumped back into it.
It's those like emergency situations though, like if you rolled it and the vehicle caught on fire.
Well, if I rolled it and the vehicle caught on fire, I don't think I'd be getting my chair out the back.
If you had time.
So.
Okay, let's say it wasn't on fire, but you rolled it.
That was just kind of funny because my son had said, Dad, I can take care of it. If we catch on fire, I'll just unbuckle you and I'll just grab you and throw you out. So that he was probably 11 at the time. He was like, I can do this, Dad. Come on.
He could definitely do it now.
Oh, yeah. The kid's like 6 foot tall as a freshman.
Yeah.
It is ridiculous.
Yeah, once he kind of grows into his grown man body, he's gonna be a big fella.
Man. Yeah, watch out for the girls.
Oh, I'm telling you, yeah, he's got those eyes and those like cheekbones.
Oh yeah, he's definitely got his mom's eyes, the baby blue eyes.
Once he gets that mass, like he's gonna be a stud.
Yeah,
and he's such a good kid too. So
yeah,
really hope he finds
he's got good morals. Girl. That's a nice thing.
Yeah, and he's doing I don't know if we can see it on the camera, but it's really cool with what he's doing with like the paracord and all that.
Oh yeah, dude. He definitely has a knack for hands-on stuff. Yeah. I mean, he puts his mind to it.
We keep going on all these tangents. Let's go back to sorry. Let's go back to we're almost coming up on 2 hours too.
Oh my goodness.
Let's it goes quick. It's insane. Yeah. No, that's what I love. One of the reasons I love doing this is just because like it's cool to just sit down with some buddies and just fucking talk and shoot the shit about stuff and learn new things about like, I've known you for over 10 years and it's like, I'm learning stuff about you that I didn't know.
Well, I mean, we meet up on the weekends and stuff and we, BS every once in a while, but we really don't like
talk shit on like Facebook and stuff.
Yeah. So, I mean,
how's racing? The side-by-sides.
I haven't done it in a few years since my medical issues, but dude, it's so much fun. I put it on par with, I've only done scuba diving in a pool.
Yeah.
I've only done skydiving in an iFly, in the wind tunnels. But it's on par with, I think, both of those. You kind of like have to have that hyper focus.
Yeah.
And kind of wash everything else out. Yeah. So you kind of forget that you're disabled, even though you're using hand controls. and you know, like
I'd-
everything else just kind of washes
I'd
off.
like to try it sometimes, but you know, I wanna save up and get that Can-Am, and it's gonna be more just like going out to like the dunes and just ripping it up by myself, and going out, you know, to Moab and just doing some rock crawling.
Yeah, if
Just to get off of the pavement and like out into
Yeah.
the wild.
Yeah, if I was to do it again and get a different UTV or side by side, that's
Yeah.
probably what I would do. Is something just recreationally
Yeah,
to have fun in.
because racing's cool and all, but it's just I'm just imagining just race weeks and like
It's
having to bring the
super
trailer
expensive,
out.
yeah.
And, like just
It's time consuming. I mean, you always
Yeah.
got to make sure you have every nut and bolt. I mean, you should make sure you have every little nut and bolt
Yeah.
tightened down. But I mean, you know, you have those extra little, you know, tweaks that you're making, and you know, you have the extra little, you know, safety precautions that you have to pay for. You know, I had to make sure I had safety nets and you
Yeah.
know, all those extra little things. But
Did you use anything to stay cool?
actually, there's this really cool system. It's called the Cool Shirt. It's the same system they use in NASCARs, and
Yeah, I think
astronauts use them too.
I think
mean,
I think Jared might use them too. It's like a water tank, right?
yeah. So
Circulates water.
It's a reservoir that it's kind of an ice chest. You fill it with ice water, and it
just
circulates
pumps
cold water
Yep.
through. The one I have is really cool. It's got an air system that goes with it.
Mhm.
So if you have a full helmet, that has an
Yeah.
like almost air conditioning getting blown into it.
How bulky is that shirt?
Actually, it's a compression fit.
Yeah.
So it sits just like this boulder, you know.
And how heavy would you say the reservoir is?
It depends on how big of reservoir you get, because they make them as small as a backpack.
Yeah.
So I
you
have
could definitely like I'm just thinking like for a track chair.
So portability wise, I have a Cool Shirt reservoir that goes into a backpack that I throw on my everyday chair.
Yeah.
And I just run the tubing around and throw the shirt on.
Right on.
And
Yeah.
it's cool. It just hooks up to a little battery and just recharge it.
I'm just thinking like if you want to get out like and go do some fishing on a hot day or something.
Yeah, the thing
like,
is awesome.
Yeah,
it really
well,
is.
You just you can mount it onto the back of like an action track chair.
Oh yeah, no. And they make little smaller like 6 quart and
Yeah.
and 12 quart. Yeah, it's a 6, 12, and maybe a smaller one.
Yeah.
But it's kind of cool. You know what I mean?
You're one of the cold quads, right? Like you
I
run.
run cold all the time.
Yeah.
But when I get hot, dude, it sucks too. I mean, your eyeballs catch on
Yeah.
fire, and
The thing, man, that I learned is like I think I'd much rather deal with the cold. I don't like dealing with the bullshit that the cold brings, like the snow and all the ice and shit.
right.
But I would much rather be cold because you can layer up and throw on wool socks and all that.
yeah, you can only cool down so far.
Yeah, and it's like just
it doesn't
spray
matter, yeah.
and ice and
Yeah,
just drinking like we did a when I was on
hydrate so much that you can't. You start, you
just
watering
gotta
up
you
your
gotta
eyes.
piss all the time.
Yeah.
We did this really cool study when I was on Team US in 2017. We were out in Colorado Springs, and they were doing this kind of this slushy test where you would eat like a bunch of you would drink like a bunch of slushy
Okay.
in a certain amount of time, and like we had to swallow these giant fucking horse-sized pill thermometers that like measures your internal temp.
Oh wow.
So you swallow it and you shit it out the next day, right? And like they pretty much they have a scanner that they press up against your belly, and it'll tell you your internal temp.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, and like we were doing like it was a study to see like the effects of like if you could rapidly cool yourself with slushy. And I mean, obviously it works, but what sucks is like you're
Brain freeze.
Yeah, you're getting the brain freeze and you're dealing with the cold. Like you're kind of cold.
Yeah, that's I hate being cold, but at the same time, like I much rather be cold than
Yeah. So do I.
I
And like I like wearing tanks. Like we're in Phoenix right now, and all I brought were tank tops. But I like throwing.
Oh yeah,
on,
it's
I like
95 degrees
throwing,
outside.
I like
mean,
throwing on a good hoodie and a beanie, and
Yeah.
just
I
bundling up and-
honestly, I think I probably have about 20 beanies in my house,
yeah.
and a good dozen hoodies.
I've definitely definitely hoodies. I've owned up to a dozen beanies. I recently just cleaned out my stuff, so I think I only have like 3 or 4 right now. But I got that Carhartt one. I got like that new Blackhawks one that I've been wearing with the palm.
Yeah, you love the pom poms on top, huh?
Yeah, they're comfy, man. Yeah, it's actually a really, I don't know if I showed you like the inside of it, but it's got like a really soft kind of like fleece.
Oh. Do you know what does? Those are like my favorite beanies. Is the fleece beanies?
Yeah, like the micro fleece.
Yeah, so that
like
what they used to have in.
What did you guys call them?
We called them a fleece.
Or night watch cap. Night watch cap. Yeah.
I don't know if we ever called them night watch caps. We were allowed to wear them as long as you weren't in uniform or in formation. You can wear them anytime.
Yeah.
Which was kind of nice.
Yeah. Actually, I kind of want to try to get my hands on one because I don't know if I still have my old one.
I know I got rid of my old one.
Yeah.
It kind of bums me out. But
what's your guys' love affair with the Whoopie?
Do you know what a Whoopie is?
Yeah, they're comfortable, but I just don't understand.
Yeah, so I don't know.
We've never. By the way, Marines don't fucking call it a Whoopie. Like you might. Why don't you just call it your blankie?
Well, it's
what it is.
Well, and that's exactly why they call it a Whoopie.
I understand that, but
because everyone cuddles up with it and they put it in their sleeping bag.
Yeah, but what the fuck is a Whoopie?
It's just a poncho liner.
It's like.
Which is the funniest thing.
I know what it is, but what is that word? Like, where does it? What's the origins of it?
I have no clue.
Yeah.
I really think it was some guy going, "You little pussy fuck, you're carrying around a Whoopie." Yeah. Or look at this soldier just carrying around this blankie.
Or he nicknamed it Whoopie, like my Whoopie.
It probably did not take off.
Staff Sergeant, I lost my Whoopie.
Yeah, that's probably how it came out.
I need my Whoopie.
First Sergeant, can I get a new Whoopie? Yeah,
I lost my Whoopie.
I love my Whoopie, but
they're awesome, but
yeah,
it's kind of like crayon eaters. That wasn't ever really like.
I didn't really know that until after.
I might have heard it once.
Yeah, window lickers was definitely a term,
but it was just kind of a throwaway line. It was like, "Hey, listen up, you window lickers," or like, "Hey, you fucking crayon eaters."
You're devil dogs.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Yeah.
But
well, that's we have super soldier and super trooper and
You have what now?
Well, I have super trooper. I don't think is one, but you got high speed.
The high speed low drag.
Yeah.
Behoove. I used that the other day in a text message.
Actually, I think I was in that one.
Yeah, I was just like,
behoove you to bring your class cards.
That or like, I was talking about like bringing some forms or some waivers or something. I was just like, it would behoove you.
Right. Yeah, we had to fill out the waivers.
I always thought it would be who of you. I didn't know it was actually a word. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it wasn't until I think I was watching like maybe Generation Kill with the subtitles on, and I was like, oh, that's actually a word. And I like looked it up on the dictionary. I was like, son of a bitch. I always thought it was just be who. So, anyways, man, we're past the 2-hour mark. Let's wrap this thing up. It's 10:30.
Oh man.
Yeah. We got 2 games tomorrow,
which is crazy. I mean, it's normally only 1 game on Sundays, right?
Yeah. But this is kind of the new format that I was
2 and 2. Huh?
I had talked about this on Mike Klinowski's podcast, the Behind the Axle. Right. Or it's Ben Axle or Behind the Axle, one of the two. I had kind of talked about how it would be cool if we did like a Division 1 6-team Division 1, 6-team Division 2, and a 6-team Division 3. So you'd bring in 2 extra teams, be 8. Make sure I'm mathing right.
It'd be 18.
18 teams total.
Yeah.
But you know how like you saw like the bottom 2 teams at D1 just get spanked.
Yeah, that kind of it gives the chance for D3 to come up out of the out of the
what sucks is you have to play that extra game. Because the way that this tournament's set up, and the way that I would like to see it set up if we did a 6-team Division 1 would be you do a round robin, so everybody plays everybody, and then you do the seeding. And then whoever finished first in that pool plays second for the championship game, third plays fourth.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool.
Yeah,
there's a lot of
because think about it, dude. If we could have seen U of A, or U of A play Denver twice.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, mean, how many times did we see DC this year with Oscar Mike? I mean, I think we played
It was
them
like
at least.
it was like 3 times.
More than that.
Well, no, it was like 3 times. Well, because I took the kind of the first half of the season kind of off.
Right.
But it was we played him like 3 times in 2 months.
Yeah. I mean, definitely. I mean, so
yeah, we played him in February.
And every time it was a close game. It always kind of volleyball back and forth.
I had a lot of fun with the one in Alexandria, the PVA tournament.
Yes, that was a blast.
Just get the trophy.
Yeah.
Because what's really interesting about that trophy is it's a perpetual trophy, just like
that one stays there.
Yeah, well, and you get your name. Every year the winner gets their name on it.
So Oscar Mike is that first.
We're the second actually. Yeah, they had one last year.
Okay.
And Bobby Fectu told us about the tournament and kind of didn't really talk it up. It sounded like it was just kind of like going to be like a test event.
Okay.
And it ended up being this awesome, cool tournament with this badass
that
trophy.
Gym was awesome.
Oh yeah,
I have to say,
the St. James.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Did you get a chance to go explore around?
Did you see the water park?
Yeah, I went in there.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
The water park was cool. They had this whole like.
I think the only thing they didn't have there was an indoor track. Out of all the things that gym had, I don't think it had an indoor track.
I don't think they did either. Did you see the treadmill?
I did.
The hockey treadmill.
Yeah, me
like
and Chris Hall were talking about that.
Yeah, the ice skating.
We're seeing
treadmill.
if we can get our rugby chair on there and
Oh, it's wide enough to get 2 chairs on there.
Well, and just because my wife had set up with this physical therapist, where she runs on a treadmill and they record her. As they record her, they break down every stride that she makes.
All right.
And so we were talking about if they could do that and put us on the treadmill. That's why they had the treadmill.
They've done that on Team US.
That would be really cool.
There's I saw a really cool video of a newbie on a. Have you seen the treadmill downstairs at the lakeshore?
I don't think so.
Yeah, they have.
Is that the one they mounted the chair up to?
Yeah, they have a treadmill there, and what's cool is the rollers. You can adjust the camber to compensate for your rugby chair.
Okay.
That's where we do like the VO2 testing, but they were doing kind of a push analysis on newbie, and they put some kind of tracker on his wrist, and it would
It's that time, huh?
Yeah. Well, we'll wrap this up soon. It tracks his movements, and it kind of draws, so you can kind of see.
That's cool.
Yeah, you can kind of see his like elliptical pattern of.
Yeah, see, and that's how I was saying. Me and Chris Hall were talking about that. It'd be super cool if we can break some, our strides down and learn like where the perfect bush is. But
yeah. All right, man. Let's wrap this up. Let's get some. Let's go get some sleep and.
Yeah.
Do the damn thing tomorrow before we part our ways.
Sounds definitely.
Thanks for coming on, man. I hope you have fun.
I really appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, no, we'll have to get you back on the show soon. Like
definitely.
You definitely. You're one of the easiest guys to talk to, and like we just shoot the shit forever about anything. So.
Yeah, that's why I love hanging out with you, dude, because you can talk about anything.
Yeah, man.
Really.
Right on. All right, guys, that's it for this one. We're gonna call it a night. Thank you.